Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, June 19th. Checking in first thing with News 8 Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart, who has a look at our early morning forecast.
We're definitely going to see cooler conditions today, less humidity. The dew point's going to come down. That's the positive news. Unfortunately, we're not going to see much sun. We do have cloud cover really is going to be in store for the entire day. A few showers this morning, but most of the area will probably remain dry free. But notice the temperatures barely getting to the mid 70s with a north wind, so you'll definitely feel it a lot better. Same story for Eau Claire, but less than likely that you'll see a shower. We might see a little bit of break in the cloud cover towards the evening hour, but overall temperatures in the low 70s up there. If we kind of track out, the showers are really farther south. They'll begin to push off to the east this morning. So otherwise, a few of them hit and miss. But as I said, most of the area will stay dry free. With that north wind continuing, our temperatures barely get up to about 70 by noon. And then most areas getting up into the low to maybe mid 70s. Now, summer does begin as we go on to Thursday. Will indicate if we're going to have summer-like conditions and when we might actually see more 80s in the forecast.
At least one person has been killed in those massive wildfires burning through parts of southern New Mexico. The state's governor now declaring a state of emergency. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest for us.
It looks like an apocalypse. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. It was absolutely the most scariest thing I've ever seen.
This morning, the race is on to contain towering flames ripping through parts of New Mexico. Residents heeding a dire warning. Go now.
We've seen other fires, but nothing like this.
Pamela Bonner took this video of the smoke and flames rising above the ridgeline in the village of Ruidoso. Thousands of people in this part of southern New Mexico have been forced to flee. The now deadly wind-whipped wildfire burning through over 500 homes and buildings.
I didn't even look in the rearview mirror. As we drove away from the house, I didn't even give it a second thought.
It's not one, but two wildfires that have intersected here, about 75 miles west of Roswell, charring over 19,000 acres in less than 24 hours.
It's sad. These people have lost a lot.
New Mexico's governor has declared a state of emergency and deployed the National Guard as over a dozen agencies work to stop the burning.
We have two devastating enormous fires, and when I say enormous, it means that they're getting more and more complicated to address.
Meanwhile, near Copperopolis, California, about 100 miles east of San Francisco, weaker winds helped crews get the Arrow Fire 20% contained Tuesday. Just the latest blaze as fire season erupts out west.
Winds expected to be a challenge for fire crews in New Mexico. A top-level fire management team is expected to take over today. Some family members of Boeing victims are demanding the company face prosecution. Now signs are emerging they might get their wish after an explosive revelation yesterday. A whistleblower alleges Boeing hid substandard parts from the FAA, lost track of them, and likely installed them on planes. Boeing says it's reviewing those claims. The company also says it has complied with a deferred prosecution agreement stemming from crashes in 2018 and 2019. But experts argue they have violated that agreement. Boeing CEO says the company is working to change and apologize to victims' families. The U.S. State Department has approved a multi-million-dollar arms sale to Taiwan. According to the Pentagon, the sale includes 300 anti-armor loitering drones, missiles, and other equipment worth a little over $360 million combined. In a statement, Taiwan's presidential office expressed gratitude. United States arms sales to Taiwan happen on a regular basis as part of the U.S.'s legal obligation to provide defense capabilities, despite the lack of formal diplomatic ties. The Biden administration will now also be able to proceed with what is believed to be the biggest weapons package in the history of Israel. That sale expected to be worth $18 billion and include 50 F-15 fighter jets. Democratic Representative Gregory Meeks and Senator Ben Cardin both originally opposed the deal, but ended up giving it the green light after discussions with the administration. A U.S. soldier detained in Russia has been sentenced for theft and threatening murder. According to Russian state news, U.S. Staff Sergeant Gordon Black has been sentenced to 3 years and 9 months in a Russian penal colony. Russian authorities arrested him last month after he traveled to Russia to visit a woman believed to be his girlfriend. Black was accused of stealing a little over $100 and assaulting the woman. He plans to appeal. Happening today, ousted UWL Chancellor Joe Gao will learn whether he gets to keep his tenured faculty position at the school. He was fired last year after school officials discovered online porn videos featuring him and his wife, but he has been able to keep his tenure until 5 of his fellow professors vote today, as News 8's Allison Ferget explains.
Former UW La Crosse Chancellor Joe Gao's fate now in the hands of 5 UWL professors.
I think that the faculty will give me a fair hearing.
The hearing comes after interim Chancellor Betsy Morgan filed 3 charges against Gao that she says justify his removal from the faculty. The charges are based off a 300-page investigative report into the former chancellor. The hearing will be open to the public per Gao's request.
We think it's very important that everybody knows what's going on.
Although not a legal trial, UW system attorneys will represent UWL, making the case for why Gao should be stripped of his tenure. Gao will represent himself.
I'm confident that they are not going to prevail, and actually I look forward to the exercise because we're well prepared and I'm ready to defend myself.
While Gao was promptly removed as chancellor, First Amendment expert and UW-Madison professor Howard Schwaber says it's more difficult to fire a tenured professor.
There is no protection for chancellors' ability to speak as they like or conduct research as they like or take whatever political positions they want.
But to fire a tenured faculty member, there must be just cause. Schwaber says that does not include disagreeing with how someone chooses to express themselves outside of work. Once the hearing ends, the 5-person panel will meet privately to decide if there is just cause to remove Gao's tenure and fire him. 4 votes are needed to dismiss. The recommendation will then head to the chancellor, who can send their own recommendation to the UW Board of Regents. The board would then hold its own disciplinary hearing. Gao can also request for that to be public.
We'll do what we need to do.
Reporting in La Crosse, Allison Ferget, News 8 Now, this morning.
Proceedings set to start at 12:30 this afternoon at the Onalaska Omni Center. We'll have a team there and keep you updated throughout the day. The attorney for the Onalaska woman accused of killing her son is requesting a change of venue. In February 2023, 6-year-old Alexavier Pedrin was found dead in his home. An autopsy concluded his cause of death was blunt force trauma. Police later arrested now 32-year-old Josie Dykeman for first-degree intentional homicide. Yesterday in court, her lawyer argued a fair trial is impossible in La Crosse County due to the case's publicity and the Justice for Alexavier campaign. The judge asked the public to tone it down for the time being and to wait for the trial, which is expected to start next year. A Melrose man is accused of reckless homicide in Trempealeau County. The sheriff's office there says 61-year-old Todd Geek is being held on a number of charges. Last month, police responded to a car accident near Highway 53 in Ettrick, where they found a man dead at the scene and labeled it suspicious. Authorities later identified the victim as 36-year-old Kyle Dahl. A Sparta massage therapist convicted of sexually assaulting 7 clients has been sentenced to a year in prison. 32-year-old Ethan Carls was accused of touching, grabbing, or groping the breasts of female clients while he worked at Peak Performance Chiropractic. In May, he pleaded guilty to 6 misdemeanors of 4th-degree sexual assault as part of a plea deal. In exchange, a judge dropped 6 disorderly conduct charges. One of Carl's victims said she's glad he's being put behind bars while in court yesterday.
So I'm extremely happy that he'll be spending at least a year in jail and that he will have to be on the sex offender registry list. So hopefully he cannot do this to anybody else ever again.
Carls must report to jail to serve his 12-month sentence by Friday. He'll be placed on 2 years probation once he's released, and he can never again work as a massage therapist. A Clark County Sheriff's Office sergeant has been arrested for sex crimes against children. According to the Taylor County Sheriff's Office, 38-year-old Jeremy Chapman was arrested last week in connection with an ongoing investigation by internet crimes against children. Sergeant Chapman faces multiple charges, including sexual exploitation of a child and child enticement. At a bond hearing, he was released on a $2,500 cash bond along with a $10,000 signature bond. A Democratic-led bill that would enact a federal ban on bump stocks was blocked by Senate Republicans. Bump stocks can be used to convert semi-automatic rifles into weapons that can shoot hundreds of rounds per minute. While some members of the GOP do back a bump stock ban, others in the party disagree. Last week, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a federal ban on bump stocks that had been approved by former President Trump. President Biden has announced new protections for hundreds of thousands of undocumented people living in the U.S. That new program applies to undocumented people who are married to American citizens. The program will offer legal status and a streamlined path to permanent residency and eventual citizenship. Those applying must have lived in the U.S. for at least a decade as of Monday. The time now is 6:09. Still ahead on your morning news, JetBlue will start allowing carry-ons for basic economy passengers. Mexico avocado inspections have been temporarily halted, and Chipotle will soon have one of the largest splits in the history of the stock market. All those stories coming your way in your consumer news. And some economists are warning recent heat waves may affect your electricity bills. Coming up, we'll take a look at how this could impact your wallet. That and more coming up this morning. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. After months of repairs, NASA's Voyager 1 space probe is back on track. The agency says the spacecraft has resumed its mission of gathering information about the universe. This comes after the Voyager 1 started sending back corrupted data last November. Engineers tracked the problem to a chip in the spacecraft's flight data system. The Voyager 1 is now more than 15 billion miles away from Earth. It was launched in 1977 along with its sister craft, the Voyager 2. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news is after the break.
Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. We offer the chance to make a difference in a fun, flexible environment where our mission and core values drive every decision we make. Join us in this amazing work. For specific positions and details, visit our website.
Reed and Chelsea along with you. And you're like, man, what a shame it all. And I said, Chelsea, it's summer though. And you can agree to do things when they get to you first. Like in February, when you're shack wacky, you're like, absolutely, we'll go do that. And then you get to July and you're like, I wish we had a break. I wish we had a weekend that we had a break.
I need a moment.
We don't live in a state or an area where you have 9 months of the year.
No.
So what you get with it.
There's a beauty to it though, Reed.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Cougars! Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Maury's VW has all the latest Volkswagens with new product arriving daily, including the new 2024 Volkswagen SUV lineup, the large and very spacious Atlas and Atlas Crossport, the perfect size family-friendly Volkswagen Tiguan, and the practical, economical Volkswagen Taos. As always, you don't need to travel far to have your Volkswagen serviced. Come in for your test drive today at Maury's Volkswagen.
Right now at Hy-Vee, get Tide laundry detergent for just $9.97 with the digital coupon. That's right, get Tide for just $9.97. Plus, get a 10-cent fuel saver. Digital coupons help you tackle your laundry for less and pack your pantry with more. Just clip to load coupons to your Hy-Vee Perks card. You'll find more than 100 digital coupons every week, like this Tide coupon for $3, making Tide just $9.97. Save with digital coupons when you shop in-store or online at Hy-Vee.
Here at The Y, we offer more than just a job. Experience the personal satisfaction that comes from nurturing the potential of youth and teens, improving our community's health and well-being, and providing support to our neighbors. Join us in this amazing work.
Well, we're definitely going to see cooler conditions, actually below average temperatures, almost like the lows that we had previous night. That's the thing. We still got some showers here this morning, but very few of them are expected in the afternoon through the evening hour, even overnight. So we look at Eau Claire, just cloud cover. We might see a break towards the evening, but otherwise the temperature only getting up to 70 degrees with that northwest wind at 8. So definitely cool conditions. For La Crosse, a few showers potentially in the mornings you saw on the Skycast behind you. Otherwise, we'll see just cloud cover getting only up to about 71 degrees. That is almost lower than our low was the other night. So definitely a change in the temperatures. And that's a big story. The few showers this morning across La Crosse, low to mid 70s pretty much as you go throughout the area. Maybe getting up to the mid 70s with maybe a thunderstorm shot down further south, but that's a small chance. Up to the north, mainly just cloud cover really with low 70s and all the way up to Ladysmith too. Once again, all these temperatures end up well below average with a lot of cloud cover going on. Now, if we look at the high temperatures throughout the next period, we're going to start coming back up a little bit, but overall, not too bad. We just got a few blimps of there going up back, and that is the Friday peak right there that we're going to see eventually in the forecast where the humidity does come back up for Friday and Saturday because we have more showers and thunderstorms coming. That will mean increase in humidity. We'll kind of break down how long that might come and what the weekend and next week looks like a bit later in the broadcast.
In your consumer news this morning, JetBlue making big changes to its carry-on baggage policy. Basic economy ticket holders will soon be able to bring a carry-on in addition to their personal item. That's as long as there is enough space. Passengers previously had to pay more if they wanted to stow a carry-on. The new policy takes effect in September. The change will make United Airlines the only major carrier that does not allow carry-on bags on basic economy tickets. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has suspended avocado inspections in Mexico. The agency cited security concerns for worker safety after an incident where 2 employees were assaulted and held during an inspection. Produce already cleared for export won't be affected by the decision, but avocado supplies in the U.S. could be impacted if the pause on inspections drags on. And Chipotle will soon have a rare 50-for-1 stock split. Investors who hold shares by the end of trading today, or that was yesterday, will be included in the split. For every 1 share they hold, they'll get 49 additional shares when the split takes effect June 25th. This is one of the largest splits in the history of the stock market and a first for Chipotle. The company says it hopes the move will improve the stock's affordability. With millions of Americans under heat alerts this week, households and businesses might want to think about how extreme heat can also impact your bottom line. Karen Kaifa is in Washington with a look at the numbers.
Extreme heat is becoming more frequent and more costly.
We would never think about planning for wildfire season or hurricane season just during those seasons.
Ashley Ward of the Duke University Heat Policy Innovation Hub says that these punishing heat waves make it more expensive to cool a home.
When temperatures overnight don't fall below 75 degrees, for example, it doesn't give the body or any living thing or our energy systems time to recover from that daytime exposure.
David Tinsley, senior economist for the Bank of America Institute, says their analysis found higher average temperatures boosting consumers' average monthly utility payments by 23% since 2019.
All the data is suggesting that these heat waves are hotter and are lasting longer. And so when that occurs, people have to turn up their aircon and leave it on longer, and that's adding to cost.
There's a burden on businesses, too. In a 2023 report, the U.S. Congress Joint Economic Committee cited data pointing to more than 2.5 billion hours of lost labor across certain sectors like agriculture, construction, and manufacturing.
These extremes of heat are really impactful. So it does have a somewhat depressing effect on the overall economy.
Extreme heat can also disrupt the airline industry. When air is hot and less dense, planes need less weight or more runway for takeoff. That can lead to bumped passengers or baggage or canceled flights.
That's it for your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:18. Let's check in with News 8 Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart for a look at our forecast.
Well, we're definitely cooler today. In fact, our high temperatures are really our overnight lows we've had for a couple times in the last 5 days. So that's to give you an indication how cool it is. A few showers this morning. I don't see much in the chance going on later today or even tonight. They do start increasing Thursday because that front that went to the south is going to start kind of coming back north. And that means more humidity as it swings further north and the temperatures come up with more thunderstorms. So we will have some of the humidity and dew points coming back. Showers this morning actually push off to the south and the east. Just some light rain expected with that. Otherwise, cloud cover for most of the day. We might see a little bit of shower or storm chance way south into southern Wisconsin creep up, but otherwise the rest of the area is going to see cloud cover in that north wind, so temperatures barely getting up into the mid-60s by noon. We'll kind of see low 70s in the afternoon potentially, but that north wind and cloud cover will remain. As you see, not in much way of a shower or a sprinkle. So most of the activity remains to the south, and then as we go into Wednesday late afternoon, we'll start seeing a little bit return. You can see the winds begin to turn down into Iowa to the northeast as that front begins to creep back up a little bit. That'll keep the temperatures going into Thursday fairly mild. Now going into Thursday, we're going to see that chance begin to increase as the winds begin to turn out of the northeast because that front is now returning as a warm front. So that'll bring the showers and thunderstorms back in probably for Thursday and maybe into Friday. But notice Friday, that wind begins to turn around from the south. So South La Crosse will start clearing out a little bit Friday and warming up too with the humidity level. Meanwhile, more thunderstorm chances to the north of La Crosse and Eau Claire. But that warm front's going to lift all the way back to the north. And that means the dew points will start coming back up. They won't be too bad as we go through Thursday, but you notice 70s already by 4 p.m. as that front now is just laying to Prairie du Chien. And then we go into Friday, you'll notice the 70s begin to pull right back north. So we are going to get muggy conditions as we go back into Friday with the dew points pushing back up into the 70s, which we just had a few days here. So that shows you where that front will be coming into Friday. So warm, muggy, mid-80s, maybe even a little bit warmer than that towards the south. Now that means we're going to have more showers and thunderstorms. This pattern will continue Friday into Saturday. The good news is once we get past Saturday, we're going to see a pretty good strong cold front come through for Sunday, and that means all the precipitation will push off to the east, and we're also going to see cooler conditions going for Sunday. But for today, really a few showers, mainly south and east of La Crosse. Otherwise, I think it's just cloud cover. Look at those temperatures, 70s. We should be around the low 80s. So it definitely is a big drop from average, but a big drop from yesterday. And then we look at overnight tonight, a few showers here and there. Once again, probably mainly dry conditions, but temperatures in the 60s. And those cloud cover will continue on Thursday. But notice the shower chance keeps. We're going to have the humidity come for Friday, but much cooler as we go to Sunday and into next Monday.
The time now is 6:21. Still ahead on your morning news. Thunderstorms and summer weather can spell trouble for the 25 million Americans with asthma. Coming up, we'll explore how severe weather affects asthma symptoms and share some tips to help you breathe easier this season.
The Steam haven't won since Saturday, but the ladies were back at the Shipyard last night playing 2 against Madison. I'll have all the action coming up in the Blitz.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $500 on select mattresses. Plus, pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase on all in-store purchases. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Forget about scraping and painting, fretting and fixing, and enjoy the beauty and low maintenance of new siding, soffit, fascia, and gutters for your home. Seamless steel siding and vinyl siding in many colors. Enjoy outdoor living with a new deck and railing, with a pergola or patio cover for protection from rain or snow, or get protection from bugs and bad weather with a 3-season porch. Serving your neighbors for over 30 years, superior products, superior installation, at prices lower than most others. Invest wisely. The Board Store Home Improvements, prompt free estimates.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley Davidson. If you haven't been in this year, consider this your invitation to stop by. We'll be grilling out food, have special prizes for pre-registered guests, and test rides on the all-new Street Glide, Road Glide, and other 2024 models. Whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years, I want to invite you to stop into Great River Harley Davidson.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Waterworks.
Giving a woman heartbreaking news that her baby has no chance of survival and giving them the option of having an abortion is one of the hardest parts of my job. Politicians like Donald Trump shouldn't be getting in between me and my patients.
We terminated Roe v. Wade.
My patients are worried. They're asking me, what is he going to try to take away next? If Trump was reelected, It would be devastating for women's health care.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team to keep you safe, and even better, you can take us with you. Expect more with hourly temps and conditions, video forecast, interactive radar, and your choice of notifications. We're there when you need us.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Welcome to the Blitz. Northwood's softball action was back in lacrosse last night. The team made its franchise debut on Saturday. I was there. The atmosphere was electric. And now the lacrosse fans being rewarded, not just one game, but a doubleheader. Let's go to Copeland Park, or the Shipyard as they call it. Steam playing 2 against the Nightmares. First inning, Madison's going to get the scoring started. Carly Oliver lines one in the left. Off the glove of the defense, 1-run scores. Madison goes in front. Later in the first, Brooke Steinhorst pokes one in a center field. That scores a run, part of a 3-run first inning. Nightmares up big, but here come the Steam leadoff batter. Ashley Wolf singles back up the middle. And then in steps Kylie Janik. She's going to send this one deep off the top of the fence, and it's gone. 2-run shot. Steam cut it back to just 1. How about some defense now? Janik behind the plate. The back pick to third. That's out number 1. Same inning. Runner trying to steal, but Janik with the cannon down to second. Another out, keeping the Steam in this one. But the Nightmares offense too much. Haley Remington a shot to center. That scores another run as Madison takes game 1, 12-3. Let's run it back. We've got another game to play. First inning, more defense from lacrosse. This time it's the La Crescent native, Kelsey Keesaw, over in no man's land, makes the over-the-shoulder grab to end the inning. Bottom of the first now, runner on for Janik. This time she drops one in a shallow center. That scores a run. Steam in front. Second inning now. Runner on for Tegan Grawl. Grawl gets a hold of this one. Defense giving chase, but that ball's gone for a 2-run blast. Steam make it 3-0, but Madison would rally late as they get the win 6-3 in 8 innings. Loggers back in action last night in Eau Claire. Express scoring 8 unanswered. Loggers returning the favor, top 7. Case Sanderson goes back up the box. That gets through for a base hit. Zach Wattis comes in to score. It's 9-8 lacrosse. And then later in the inning, bases full now for the Loggers. And Luke Anderson is going to empty them. He finds the gap in left center field. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Then Eau Claire throws this one away. That allows a 3rd run to cross the plate. Loggers extend their lead to 4. They hang on for the win by a final of 12-9. Talk about a life being lived to the fullest. The Giants announcing last night that baseball legend Willie Mays has passed away at the age of 93. The Say Hey Kid, as he was nicknamed, played a majority of his career with the Giants. Mays was a 24-time All-Star, a 2-time MVP. He ranks 6th all-time in home runs with 660. He's a 12-time Gold Glove winner. And this signature catch right here, the signature catch of his career, still one of the most iconic plays in Major League history. Besides all that, Mays is also a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
It's the summer sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Get up to 30% off regular prices. This Leslie sofa is just $9.99, and this Spindrift dining set is $12.99. Get savings throughout the showroom during the summer sale at Home Furniture.
How did CEO Eric Hovde become a multimillionaire California banker? Let's take a look. Hovde's family rigged the system to rake in $30 million in government subsidies and loans. And now he's sheltering his wealth in shady tax havens around the world. So it's no surprise Hovde supports more tax cuts for corporations and millionaire bankers like himself, while working families pay the price. That's bank CEO Eric Hovde. Never been on our side, never will be. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
At Driven to Clean, our goal is fast, efficient cleaning of your trash bins and dumpsters. Our high-powered wash system and autonomous trucks kill almost 99% of all bin bacteria using 200-degree pressurized water to blast away germs and residue. We come the day after trash or recycling pickup for residential services and pre-schedule for commercial. Once completed, you'll have the cleanest bins around. Check out our plans and pricing at driventoclean.com.
What do we think? Burglary gone wrong?
More like a chilling spree.
You see it all too often. When you don't take care and maintain your system, it's all too easy for problems to pop up when you need it the most.
It's hard to stay cool under pressure.
Proper service and maintenance is worth its weight in the cold.
I'm not a fan of having problems. What can you do?
Call G&T as soon as humanly possible.
Don't lose your cool this summer. Call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin, but this was my childhood home. Graduated East High, became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a fourth-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Right now at Homeworld Rugs, get 10% off Area Rug sale prices. Choose from many different shapes, sizes, and patterns with Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 10% off Area Rugs going on now at Homeworld Rugs.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, the CDC and FDA are warning some mushroom edibles are making people sick. The agencies say 26 people in 16 states have gotten sick, with 16 of them needing to be hospitalized after taking these Diamond Shrooms edible products. Some of the patients experienced abnormal heart and blood pressure rates, seizures, vomiting, and muscle rigidity. It's unclear what's causing the illnesses. The agencies are urging consumers not to eat, sell, or serve the company's chocolate bars, cones, or gummies. Another new study found resistance training can benefit older adults years later. In a trial with 369 healthy retirees aged 64 to 75, those who lifted weights 3 times a week for a year showed the best leg strength improvements when measured 2 and 4 years later, compared to those who did moderate intensity or resistance band training. Around 25 million people in the U.S. suffer from asthma. This time of year, thunderstorms and summer weather can worsen symptoms. Mandy Gaither has more on the impact severe weather can have on asthma sufferers and the best ways to avoid being breathless this summer.
Spring and fall get a lot of flack for worsening symptoms of asthma, but summer causes concerns too, especially with stormy weather.
The humidity and wind associated with the thunderstorms break those pollens into very, very small particles that can be aerosolized very easily.
Dr. Laurie Manka with National Jewish Health says research shows asthma sufferers are at increased risk of needing to go to the emergency room during severe weather, but these patients can protect themselves.
One, I think if somebody has asthma, trying to really do some reflection about what seems to be the triggers. Is it driven by allergy? Do you have associated allergic rhinitis or inflammation of the sinuses related to allergy?
If allergies trigger asthma, reduce exposure by staying indoors in times of high pollen. Take allergy or asthma medicine as prescribed. Avoid touching your eyes. Shower and change clothes after being outdoors to remove pollen, and keep windows closed. Manka says to also frequently check forecasts.
Knowing where to find pollen counts, air quality index reports in your area to see what it's like outside, before you go outside.
Manka says to go over best treatment options with your doctor and formulate a plan on what to do if symptoms increase.
The CDC says high-efficiency filters in your air conditioning system at home can also help stop outdoor allergens from coming in. The agency says just make sure your HVAC system can use high-efficiency filters before you install them. Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin is working to reauthorize the Trade Adjustment Assistance Program. That program expired in 2022 and provided assistance to workers who lost their jobs as a result of foreign trade practices. According to Baldwin, more than 118,000 workers, including more than 900 here in Wisconsin, could qualify for this assistance. The program would help workers who've been laid off by big corporations rebuild their skill sets and upgrade their resumes to find new jobs.
The announcement of Master Lock Corporation that after more than 100 years of making padlocks in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, they're laying off 400 workers and sending those jobs to China and Mexico.
Minnesota Senators Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith are co-sponsors of the proposed act. If the bill passes, it would reauthorize the Trade Adjustment Assistance Program until 2030. The Upper Mississippi River National Wildlife and Fish Refuge celebrating 100 years of serving the region. For the past century, the refuge has taken care of 261 miles of the Mississippi River, ensuring the public can continue to enjoy it for generations to come. Established in 1924, it welcomes more than 290 species of migratory birds each year and has helped increase the population of bald eagles.
We used to have one nest on this stretch of river. Now we have hundreds of active nesting bald eagles. So it is a beautiful place for wildlife, but it's also a place for people to recreate. I always like to say, this is your National Wildlife Refuge. This is your public land, so come out and enjoy it.
The Wildlife and Fish Refuge is open year-round for a variety of activities like hunting and fishing, boating and hiking. It also provides different conservation-based public education programs. Children in Chippewa Falls are learning more about the animals that call Irvine Park home. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall takes us to the Junior Zookeeper program.
Cece Linsmeyer has always loved animals. And this summer, she's going behind the scenes at Irvine Park Zoo to learn more about them.
I learned how much food they eat in their diet so far. I learned how they react to one another, how they think.
Chippewa Falls Junior Zookeeper program is available to elementary and middle school students. The program has been around for 3 years, but this year will look a little bit different.
We partnered up with the school district. We hired a teacher to create brand new curriculum for all of our camps and provided that opportunity for the kids.
The new curriculum will teach kids what it's like to be a zookeeper, what animals eat, and how to make sure they're staying active and healthy. JC Lee is a junior zookeeper instructor. She says the program shows kids animals have feelings too.
One of the things that's really important that we're teaching is like expectations around the animals, how to keep them safe. This is my first year teaching, and I've learned so many things that I shouldn't do while viewing the animals, like running back and forth or tapping on the glass.
The camp runs through the month of June. Parks, Recreation, and Forestry plans to bring it back next year with new curriculum focusing on science, technology, engineering, art, and math. In the studio, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
And they hope to soon offer a program for adults as well. The time now is 6:36. Let's check in with News 8 Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart to tell us what to expect on our morning commute.
Definitely going to see cooler conditions today, less humidity. The dew point's going to come down. That's the positive news. Unfortunately, we're not going to see much sun. We do have cloud cover really is going to be in store for the entire day. A few showers this morning, but most of the area will probably remain dry free. But notice the temperatures barely getting to the mid 70s with a north wind, so you'll definitely feel it a lot better. Same story for Eau Claire, but less than likely that you'll see a shower. We might see a little bit of break in the cloud cover towards the evening hour, but overall temperatures in the low 70s up there. If we kind of track out, the showers are really farther south. They'll begin to push off to the east this morning. So otherwise, a few of them hit and miss. But as I said, most of the area will stay dry free. With that north wind continuing, our temperatures barely get up to about 70 by noon. And then most areas getting up into the low to maybe mid 70s. Now, summer does begin as we go on to Thursday. Will indicate if we're going to have summer-like conditions and when we might actually see more 80s in the forecast.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8. We've got Leland turning 8 months old today. He is always smiling. Happy 8 months to you. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. The Circus is making a stop in La Crosse this weekend, and coming up after the break, they're making a stop in our studio. We'll speak to a few performers, and they will give us a quick preview of the upcoming shows.
At By Goff and Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Goff and Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin invites you to experience the thrill of gaming like never before. With 6 locations across the state, there's something for everyone. Whether you're a slots enthusiast, a poker pro, or prefer the excitement of table games, we've got you covered. Plus, indulge in delicious dining options, live entertainment, and exclusive promotions that add even more excitement to your visit. Come join the fun at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
To oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
If you're shopping for a vehicle and wonder what website has local vehicles listed, check out FindCars.com, because FindCars.com is locally based. You'll find thousands of vehicles listed from local dealers and private sellers all over the area. Plus, it's so easy to use. Simply choose the vehicle you're looking for, and FindCars.com will show you who has what you're looking for locally and beyond. FindCars.com, local shopping made easy.
FindCars.com. Click. Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get By Goff and Rohde.
Well, we're definitely cooler today. In fact, our high temperatures are really our overnight lows we've had for a couple times in the last 5 days. So that's to give you an indication how cool it is. A few showers this morning. I don't see much in the chance going on later today or even tonight. They do start increasing Thursday because that front that went to the south is going to start kind of coming back north. And that means more humidity as it swings further north, and the temperatures come up with more thunderstorms, so we will have some of the humidity and dew points coming back. Showers this morning actually push off to the south and the east, just some light rain expected with that. Otherwise, cloud cover for most of the day. We might see a little bit of shower or storm chance way south into southern Wisconsin creep up, but otherwise the rest of the area is going to see cloud cover in that north wind, so temperatures barely getting up into the mid-60s by noon. We'll kind of see low 70s in the afternoon potentially, but that north wind and cloud cover will remain. As you see, not in much way of a shower or a sprinkle, so most of the activity remains to the south. And then as we go into Wednesday late afternoon, we'll start seeing a little bit return. You can see the winds begin to turn down into Iowa to the northeast as that front begins to creep back up a little bit. That'll keep the temperatures going into Thursday fairly mild. Now going into Thursday, we're going to see that chance begin to increase as the winds begin to turn out of the northeast because that front is now returning as a warm front. So that'll bring the showers and thunderstorms back in probably for Thursday and maybe into Friday. But notice Friday, that wind begins to turn around from the south. So South La Crosse will start clearing out a little bit Friday and warming up too with the humidity level. Meanwhile, more thunderstorm chances to the north of La Crosse and Eau Claire. But that warm front's going to lift all the way back to the north. And that means the dew points will start coming back up. They won't be too bad as we go through Thursday, but you notice 70s already by 4 p.m. as that front now is just laying to Prairie du Chien. And then we go into Friday, you'll notice the 70s begin to pull right back north. So we are going to get muggy conditions as we go back into Friday with the dew points pushing back up into the 70s, which we just had a few days here. So that shows you where that front will be coming into Friday. So warm, muggy, mid-80s, maybe even a little bit warmer than that towards the south. Now that means we're going to have more showers and thunderstorms. This pattern will continue Friday into Saturday. The good news is once we get past Saturday, we're going to see a pretty good strong cold front come through for Sunday, and that means all the precipitation will push off to the east, and we're also going to see cooler conditions going for Sunday. But for today, really a few showers, mainly south and east of La Crosse. Otherwise, I think it's just cloud cover. Look at those temperatures, 70s. We should be around the low 80s. So it definitely is a big drop from average, but a big drop from yesterday. And then we look at overnight tonight, a few showers here and there. Once again, probably mainly dry conditions, but temperatures in the 60s. And those cloud cover will continue on Thursday. But notice the shower chance keeps. We're going to have the humidity come for Friday, but much cooler as we go to Sunday and into next Monday.
We are excited to have the talented performers from Cirque Italia's Aquatic Spectacular with us this morning to tell us about their upcoming show in La Crosse. Good morning to you both.
Hi.
Hi, yeah, thanks for being here. So the show combines the grandeur of a European-style circus with the mesmerizing beauty of a water stage. What can you tell us about that and what we can expect to see at the show?
Yes, we are the first traveling water circus in the United States, and we are here now in your city for only 4 days. And we are proud to be an animal-free show to focus on human talent. And what makes us different compared to other circuses is we have the water stage. And you will usually find a stage like this in Las Vegas or Dubai, but we're bringing like some of Las Vegas to your city.
Yeah, very cool. And you did say it's a new stage and it is sustainable, environmentally friendly. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, it just brings more magic to the performers, and it actually adds danger as well for our performers. And it's a dynamic water stage, so it's water that's coming from the ceiling and from the bottom. Oh, wow. And it's so much fun. You have to come see the show to find out.
Yeah, sounds very interesting. And so you're going to give us a little taste of what we can expect at the show. So let me step out of the way and you can show us what we can expect. And he is one of the performers. Very cool. All right, so all kinds of tricks like this. Yeah, let me step out here. Very cool. And so while he continues, the circus is starting tomorrow.
Yes, opening night is tomorrow at 7:30, and we are here through June 23rd.
Okay.
And we're located at Valley View Mall.
Okay, great. Any hours for the performances?
Yes. So on Thursday it's at 7:30, Friday at 7:30.
Okay.
And 3 shows on Saturday at 1:30, 4:30, and 7:30, and 2 shows on Sunday at 1:30 and 4:30. And Sunday will be our last day here.
Okay, so plenty of chances to see. Should we get tickets before? Okay, so he's going up there with that now. Too bad we can't. Oh, we're gonna go up a little bit. Okay, that's about as high as we can go. All right, so he's spinning that. Very impressive. Yeah, do we need to get tickets before we go?
I highly recommend booking your tickets in advance to guarantee your seats. Tickets are available at cirqueitalia.com. You can also book them at the on-site ticket office. They're open daily from 10 a.m. through 9 p.m.
Okay, wow, bravo. Very cool, very strong. So is it for all ages, or what do you guys recommend?
Yeah, our show is for all ages, and we actually have this amazing promotion going on. Use our promo code FACEFREE to receive 1 free child ticket with every adult ticket purchase in levels 2 and 3 only.
Okay, great. All right, so you talked about what sets you apart. You talked about what we can expect. Anything else that you want the people to know?
Yes, join us for family-friendly fun at Cirque Italia Silver Unit. We have world-class talent. All of our performers are from all around the world, including Italy, Ukraine, Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, and many other countries as well. And it's a fun time, especially it's summertime now. Everyone should come on out. We keep our tent climate controlled to the best of our ability with industrial size AC units.
Okay, great. So we've got some of the show times on the screen now. And what's that website once more people can go?
Circitalia.com.
Okay, well, thanks so much for being here. Thank you for showing us your amazing strength. Thank you. We'll be back right after this.
Sit on this, sit on that, sit on this, hey, sit on that, sit on this, sit on that. Hey!
King Furniture has thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You can see it, buy it, and enjoy your new furniture in your home today.
Sit on this, sit on that.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium-iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Sanja loves to bake cupcakes or cookies, but her feet, they were throbbing. Then one day, I found a solution. Arch supports from the Good Feet store.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you. Thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Hi folks, Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. American-made Landmaster UTVs are built from the ground up in Columbia City, Indiana. The Landmaster team takes pride in their work from start to finish, starting with raw steel made in the USA. Then they fabricate, bend, weld, powder coat, assemble, and test every UTV. Landmaster provides their customers with the toughest, most versatile UTV made. Check out our large selection of Landmaster UTVs at Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls. Family owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
When the threat is real.
All right, we still have another tornado warning now.
First Warn Weather is here for you.
So we're going to continue to monitor this once again.
It's in the name, keeping you safe before and as it happens.
And then for the morning commute, we're looking at heavy rain potential.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now. On air, in your hand, and online. When you need us.
We'll continue to update you throughout the night with a severe weather outbreak.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
When the threat is real.
All right, we still have another tornado warning now.
First Warn Weather is here for you.
So we're going to continue to monitor this once again.
It's in the name, keeping you safe before and as it happens.
And then for the morning commute, we're looking at heavy rain potential.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now. On air, in your hand, and online. When you need us.
We'll continue to update you throughout the night with a severe weather outbreak.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. The attorney for the Onalaska woman accused of killing her son is requesting a change of venue. In February of 2023, 6-year-old Alexavier Pedrin was found dead in his home. An autopsy concluded his cause of death was blunt force trauma. Police later arrested now 32-year-old Josie Dykeman for first-degree intentional homicide. Tuesday in court, her lawyer argued a fair trial is impossible in La Crosse County due to the case's publicity and the Justice for Alexavier campaign. The judge asked the public to tone it down for the time being and to wait for the trial, which is expected to start next year. A Melrose man is accused of reckless homicide in Trumpealeau County. The Trumpealeau County Sheriff's Office says 61-year-old Todd Geek is being held on a number of charges. Last month, police responded to a car accident near Highway 53 in Ettrick, where they found a man dead at the scene and labeled it suspicious. Authorities later identified the victim as 36-year-old Kyle Dahl. A Sparta massage therapist convicted of sexually assaulting 7 clients has been sentenced to a year in prison. 32-year-old Ethan Carls was accused of touching, grabbing, or groping the breasts of female clients when he worked at Peak Performance Chiropractic. In May, Carls pleaded guilty to 6 misdemeanor charges of 4th-degree sexual assault as part of a plea deal. In exchange, a Monroe County judge dropped 6 disorderly conduct charges. One of Carls' victims in court said she's glad he is being put behind bars.
So I'm extremely happy that he'll be spending at least a year in jail and that he will have to be on the sex offender registry list. So hopefully he cannot do this to anybody else ever again.
He has to turn himself in to start his sentence by Friday, that is. He'll be placed on 2 years probation after he's released, and he can never work again as a massage therapist. Ousted UWL Chancellor Joe Gao will learn whether he gets to keep his tenured faculty position today. He was fired last year after school officials discovered online porn videos featuring him and his wife. But he's been able to keep his tenure until 5 of his fellow professors vote today. That hearing comes after interim Chancellor Betsy Morgan filed 3 charges against him that she says justify his removal from the faculty. The charges are based on a 300-page investigative report into the former chancellor. Although not a legal trial, UW system attorneys will represent UWL, making the case for why he should be stripped of his tenure. Gao will represent himself.
I'm confident that they are not going to prevail. And actually, I look forward to the exercise because we're well prepared and I'm ready to defend myself.
Once the hearing ends, the 5-person panel will meet privately to decide if there's just cause to remove Gao's tenure and fire him. 4 votes are needed to dismiss. The recommendation will then go to the chancellor, who can send their own recommendation to the UW Board of Regents. The board would then hold its own disciplinary hearing. Gao can also request for that to be public. Chrysler is recalling more than 1 million vehicles because of a faulty rear-view camera. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration was told of the recall last week. It involves 19 different makes and models built between 2021 and 2023, including Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge. The company says a radio signal issue is preventing the rear-view image from appearing on media screens. The problem could increase the risk of a crash. Chrysler says car owners will soon receive a notice in the mail.
Well, definitely cooler conditions. Unfortunately, the sun won't show much today. We'll have more cloud cover. We still have a few showers this morning, mainly south and east of La Crosse, pushing across. A few showers maybe today, but I think most areas will stay dry. Rain chances do come up Thursday as that front begins to approach from the south. These are almost our lows the other night, so definitely is going to feel very comfortable today. Though we have increase in rain chances Thursday, the humidity and temps increase for Friday, along with the showers and thunderstorms through Saturday.
Well, it is time for the nation to commemorate the end of slavery in the U.S. Today is Juneteenth. In 2021, Congress passed legislation making June 19th a federal holiday. President Joe Biden later signed the bill into law, declaring Juneteenth National Independence Day. You can celebrate by attending one of the many Juneteenth festivals and events planned around the country. Juneteenth is recognized in all 50 states. And thank you for starting your morning with us on News 8 Now this morning. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Wednesday.